I would probably start blushing for that.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Aviators, sure-handed tight end. He just crossed the century mark last week with 105 yards. It's the Aviators and the Bisons under the lights on Sunday night.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and football has returned to America's finest city, San Diego, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Bisons of Anchorage taking on the Aviators of San Diego. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for visiting Anchorage, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. To throw is Prescott. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 42 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Here's Prescott. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown. T. Higgins. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Aviators put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Yeah, they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. yards. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach on time when preparing for the NFL.
And right away, he lost the football. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Richardson off the play fake. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Richardson looking to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. But you look at this defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any champion.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw on target to James. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Richardson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
The kick by Marr is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort.
And now off to the races down the right side. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Richardson working from the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. Richie James, an 11-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Oh, Prescott stripped. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided getting...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Richie James with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bisons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
But you look at this defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we...
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Play action. Now Richardson.
They'll roll him out right. Powering forward. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. After one, 17-7 is our score. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football.
2nd and 10.
As they've got it as we resume action. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw. Dickens got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. It's still fighting. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Richardson to throw off play action.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Off play action. Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem.
They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Richardson.
Steps, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Keanu Neal. And this one will be brought back to the 22. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. He connects with Hyatt.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Richardson.
Touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bisons are able to stretch out their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Marr now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Dickens firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dickens. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert it.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Denzel Perryman with a sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 30. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. They go play action with Richardson. Has his man, that's James. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Richardson to the air on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Richardson out of the shotgun. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
At the 5-yard line.
From the shotgun, Richardson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bisons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Aviators 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now 2nd and 3.
37-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Dickens. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On 1st and 10, Dickens.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they bring out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And the half will begin with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 32-yard line.
Pollard going to try the right side, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Here's Richardson to throw. That's dumped off to Pollard.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Out of the gun again to Pollard.
A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Richardson.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Maher able to put this one through.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Prescott on 1st down.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Here's Higgins out on the right side.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Prescott from the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Aviators are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, what was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now down to 20.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Richardson working from the gun. That'll be caught by James. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Richardson looking to throw. He finds his man, Pollard.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Pollard.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went ahead and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Over the middle, complete. That's James.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Edwards now on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
From the 21, here's the 2nd down at 6.
Now 2nd and 6. At the 21.
Richardson. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly...
And it'll be intercepted.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
46-yard line.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This is caught inside the 15. And touchdown. Tim Patrick, 45 yards. And the Aviators have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Butker on for the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air again, Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play, as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
At the 13-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Achane. Touchdown. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging down to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the quarterback? Right now, they're executing really well.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So Dak Prescott in the offense, down by 6, a little under 1:50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
To throw, Prescott. Pass complete to Bell.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Now Prescott. They're going to get this to Patrick.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Here's Dak. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Prescott. He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now Dak.
is going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this feels like a late-season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No, 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 no.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for Anchorage,
it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop to 0-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.